Gerald J. Ford Stadium as a couple of teams square off in the ServPro First Responders Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the American, the UTSA Roadrunners. The Roadrunners offense takes the field to start this game off. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to throw, it's McCown. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Roadrunners will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And the Roadrunners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Across the 25, he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Got some room under the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Panthers offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space, it's Owens. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Oh, on second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. He lofts one down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, FIU. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Finds a tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Roadrunners send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Receivers work tirelessly tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Caught in the backfield, it's Perry. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Perry. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Perry. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going for it all. Touchdown, Panthers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air, it's McCown. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They boot it away. Hauls it in at the 40. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Payne. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Fires left. Got his man. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little farther.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the First Responders Bowl. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the First Responders Bowl.
The Roadrunners will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. To the air, it's Jenkins. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Makes a connection. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
FIU will line up to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Caught behind the line. It's Henry. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The run from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Got his man! And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
FIU set up with another first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's McNeil. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's McCown. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Grab near the marker. It's Allen. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Knocked back. Touchdown, Panthers! The defense putting points on the board.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down, looking for more.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The Roadrunners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking to throw, it's McCown. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Throws to the back. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.